Hello. So we'll move on to the next part of our chapter, part 2 of movement in animals, fourth chapter. Earlier we have seen how the movement in the animals who don't have the vertebral column or the invertebrates. Will continue with that. The next organism is Hydra, which is again an aquatic multicellular organism which moves very slowly with the help of its tentacles. Now tentacles are hair-like structures which are present at the top. Now in the diagram you can see that the top of the Hydra there are hair-like structures. These hair-like structures help them to hold the substratum. Substratum is the plain surface where it has been growing. So it just twists or it bends down on the substratum and holds the substratum with the tentacles. It gets attached to the surface with the help of it, and then it stands erect. This is how it repeatedly does the same movement and it moves forward with that. So such kind of movement by which it with the help of tentacle it holds the substratum and moves further, this kind of movement is known as somersault. Okay, so this is the movement which is being done in Hydra. Then the next organism is the locomotion in earthworm. An earthworm is also a reptile which has a segmented body. It has segments present on its body. It lives in burrows, as you all know, and it is known as the friend of a farmer. Yes, why? Because it is present in the soil and it comes out when it rains. It helps the farmer to make the soil fertile. So this is how it is helpful to the farmer. It has very fine hair-like structures present on its ventral surface, that is the upper side of the body. These structures are called as setae. That is, it is a hook-like structure which helps him to move further. It hooks into the ground and it enables the earthworm to pull itself forward. So this is how the earthworm moves from one place to another or carries out the movement. These chytae are connected, the chetae are connected with the muscles of the earthworm which helps them for the movement. Then the next organism is the snail. The animal here, the snail is present below it. You can see in the diagram that is a shell-like structure present on the upper surface of it. The animal first moves the front part of its body by extending it and then keeping the rear end, means the part of the portion which is present afterwards, fixed to the ground. Next to it is fixed to the front part and releases the rear part. So this is how it moves, and it has a slimy substance present inside it which is secreted when he moves. You might have seen when it moves it secretes a jelly like substance or sticky substance on the ground when it moves, and this is how he moves from one place to another. It has a shell which protects him. If he finds any danger coming close to him, he just moves, hides himself inside that shell. So this is how the muscular foot which is present is the one which helps him to move further. So this is how the movement is being carried out in snails. Then the next organism you can see in the same slide is the cockroach. It also is an invertebrate which does not have a backbone, and it is an insect which has 3 pairs of legs, that is it has 6 legs which help them to run around. So here now, until now, whatever organisms we have seen, they didn't had a modified leg like thing which we generally use for moving. Okay, they had different organs which help them for movement, but here you can see that cockroaches are the one which have 3 pairs of legs which help them to run around here and there. Even they have 2 pairs of wings which help them to fly. So this is how the movement is being carried out by the cockroaches or the insects that we can see around. Their body is covered with a exoskeleton. You can see that the outer skin of it from which the wings are being made, that is known as exoskeleton, which is fragmented to allow movement, and the muscles which are attached to the legs and wings help the insect in carrying various things while they have been moving, or various kinds of movement when they have been doing. And you might have seen they have hair like structures present in front which are known as antennae or fillers. They feel the things around them. If anything danger comes close to them, they can smell the things with the help of this antennae, and even they can get warned about a danger that's coming close to them. So this is how the movement of the organisms which do not have vertebral column is being done. The next part, that is movement in animals with a backbone, will continue in our next part of our chapter.